Ace Attorney series has been around for over 15 years since 2001. Funnily enough, it wasn't intended to extend over Trials and Tribulations, the third and final game of the original trilogy. The series has now expanded past that, creating 3 spin-off games as of the date of this video scripting, the crossover game, and 3 games of the main series meant to mark the next generation of Ace Attorney. But with a new generation, we keep getting old characters returning to us. This is what is known as fanservice. Let's talk about that for a second. The latest titles in the main series have been a bit higgledy-piggledy on the whole fanservice front. Dual Destinies brought Phoenix back as an attorney, and Edith and Pearl returned. Clary's return was poorly handled to boot. Spirit of Justice returned Maya to us. Edith was just there, and Larry, let's not talk about him now. Not Larry. Not now. Also, Blackwell is the closest to fanservice done right in this game. Now, the series has never been a stranger to bringing back characters in familiar settings. Take the original trilogy for example. Did you really need Adrian to return in Trials and Tribulations? Did Justice for All need to return when the old bag, Will Powers, and Lotta Hart? Tell me this. Was it necessary? Now, did you enjoy it? If the answer is yes, that's the wrong answer. If the answer is no, that is also the wrong answer. The correct answer is the exact same way I enjoyed them when they first appeared. Yes, the exact same way you enjoyed them, which can go to either box. When we see these characters return, we enjoy them for well as much as they are handled well. Since not much time has passed in between their return, not much of the characters changed, except for Adrian. Hers was drastic. It had made sense. This video is exactly on how they keep throwing characters at our faces, but how these characters are handled in their return. In my returns, they made her all void of all the character development she had during the trilogy. In the trilogy, she wanted to come to terms with the fact she was the master of the Korean channeling technique. She didn't want to be considered useless. Now she's back and she acts like those events never happened. I mean, it's been 7 years. She's bound to act more mature, change to the cure. As it is nice to see Maya acting as Maya, we need Maya to not forget all the hardships she had in the trilogy. We can still make her enjoyable, but make sure she isn't undeveloped. Maya's arc was over at the trilogy. She doesn't really need to come back. But when she did, it needed to be done right. The opposite was done instead. And ultimately, it was unnecessary in the long run. Like, it was good and all to have her back, but what was the point? Didn't use her to her full potential. I said potential in air quotes in case you couldn't tell. Let's talk about another returning character, Phoenix! Hooray! Big soccer! Phoenix is back! I never expected that to happen. A returning character returning. I didn't know that. Hooray! Main characters are back. Yay! 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 Hahaha, yeah, I'm talking about Hobo Phoenix in Apollo Justice. Apollo Justice, for those who don't know, took place in a 7-year time skip after the original trilogy. In this game, Phoenix returned but not as a lawyer, but as well a pianist / poker player. There was a backlash to what they did with Phoenix. Common complaints say that Phoenix was out of character, and he was a bit of a dick, and it was pretty unnecessary, and to that I say, it makes sense that he acts this way. Phoenix lost his badge. It has been 7 years. He gets a more laid-back attitude and he grows his reasoning and logic. It's the same as morality in this game, which is really mixed. Bad choice of words, I'm guessing. Yeah, bad choice. Hobo Phoenix doesn't need to stay the same as he did in the trilogy. We see in the flashback, well, it wasn't actually a flashback. Anyways, we see a more mature version of Phoenix as a lawyer. He was more of an experienced lawyer who doesn't need the help of a random Deus Ex Machina or his ghost boss to help him solve the case, with Phoenix in the background breaking down. No. This Phoenix knows how to lawyer on his own. The events of the past games leave a lasting impact on him. We see this on how much we see him mature. It makes a perfect sense for Hobo Phoenix to act more sly, cryptic, and if it's the right word, dickets. He needed to bring the person who stole his bathroom to justice. He openly admitted the mistakes he made and how he used Apollo as a quote-unquote tool. Apollo Justice was meant to put the trilogy behind us, but Phoenix lost his badge and is now pushed into the mentor role and aid a new lawyer, a new generation. But Dual Destinies came along and Phoenix got his badge back, which made sense. I mean, what do you think was going to happen after Apollo Justice? Why do you even think Phoenix did what he did in Turnabout Succession? With how they did it. They decided to bring Phoenix back, not only as a lawyer, but as a main character, a playable character. His name is in the freaking title of all things, and introduced a new character when they returned a new lawyer, which we already had, and we already have a new lawyer from the last game. Why bother bringing Phoenix back when we already have Apollo? Also, why bring a new character when you bring Phoenix back? What is more baffling is that this form of commercial advertising could only work outside of Japan, where casuals don't know this series as Ace Attorney. Instead, it's just Phoenix wife to them. And you don't see any Japanese Ace Attorney games being called Apollo Spirit of Justice for all the great Ace Turnabout of trials and tribulations to prosecute this investigation, so they have a Lupin and Jake's bizarre adventures starring Phoenix White. We need your money to localize DTS. Not only that, but they reverted Phoenix back to being an idiot. You should have kept him as a mentor. I do admit that when he's not being stupid in this game, he acts slightly like a proper mentor, but they forget the whole Hobo Phoenix thing where he was pretty much sunned and, you know, shady, and overall pretty much of a ends justifies the means person. Let's move on to another bad example, shall we? Clavier. Clavier's inclusion was unnecessary in Dual Destinies. Actually, it kinda would be, since, you know, Apollo Justice, Dual Destinies, Gyakuten Saiban 4, Gyakuten Saiban 5, blah 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 blah. Not only did he forget to put his brother and friend behind bars, and ultimately forget to talk about it, not affecting him personally, but he didn't contribute anything useful to the game. He showed up in a non-failure case, helps you find it, we get some banter, and he knows us, never shows up after the case. What's worse is they forget his existence in SOJ's canon. No, I said canon as he only appeared in the DLC, Apollo Justice as 9 Attorney. Admit it, he was only there as a cash grab for this case. Speaking of cash grabs, remember the original cash grab in this series, Edgeworth. Did you know he arrives in this game? And did you know he was done well? I know, I'm just as surprised as you. They didn't need to throw a parade for Edgeworth's returning. Cough, Miles heads of investigations, cough. Miles is almost the same, yes? We see him mature after the events of all games he starred in. He knows when to pull his punches and when to go all out in order to find the truth. It's not a surprise that Miles Edgeworth is worthy enough to be a chief prosecutor though. Sadly, I can't say the same for his appearance in Spirit of Justice. He got the DD Clavier treatment, if not worse. He just does things convenient for the cast, and is used for one or two jokes here and there, but other than that, he was utterly useless. If he wasn't present in Turnabout Revolution, the case would stay exactly the same. He was just okay in the DLC case for Spirit of Justice though. Glad to see he still has the truth and all. Now back to good fan service. When Emma Skye from Lives from the Ashes returned in Apollo Justice, it was a situation similar to Hobo Phoenix, except everyone agrees she was better than AJ compared to Ashes. She grew a better personality, she grew out of being a Maya clone, she was really good in her role as detective. She was handled very well in my eyes. We know that she was still the very same perky Emma from Rise from the Ashes, but we also know she changed from that. And this makes her a lot more enjoyable, especially with Spirit of Justice deciding to mix her two personas. Now, I've been holding this off long enough. Enter the return of Larry Butts. Larry. Why do you have to return? Actually, I wouldn't mind you back, as it painfully, so that you come back over and over and over and over. Now you come back in a DLC case. This is a great promotional content here. The fans love Larry so much. It makes perfect sense to bring this character back. Larry is amazing. Larry is awesome. Larry is funny. He's not annoying at all. Hooray for Larry Butts. Larry E. Butts. Joking aside, it's just like Maya. It's been 7 years. He didn't mature. He stayed the very same. While investigations he does, but that's closer to the trilogy than Spirit of Justice was. But he's worse. Okay, real talk. I don't think Larry is a piece of shit character. I find him all white in my eyes, but I don't like how he was executed in this case. He still aimlessly chases women, even stealing someone else's bride because he's an idiot like that. But at least we know he got a job. He doesn't pull evidence out of his ass. That's a plus, isn't it? Why? But still, what's even sad is that they could have executed Larry differently. He could have gotten a steady girlfriend. He could have been less of a whiny nincompoop. He could have discovered development. Whatever development is. Tell me what is development. I don't know what development is. Tell me what it is. I need to know the secrets of development. Overall, we have callbacks, we have references, then there is done right unneeded returns done wrong. I still enjoy all these characters, but at the same time I do not like how they were handled in the return, with a few exceptions. In my opinion, I think that there are characters who need to come back and those who need to stay in the wind. There are characters who do not need to be forgotten out of existence. Let's look at Iris and Lana for a second. In Iris' case, she was Phoenix's lover, who posed as Dahlia in order to retrieve the necklace Dahlia gave Phoenix. As a result, she developed genuine feelings for the man, and Nick only met the real Dahlia twice. So Iris is basically the lover for Phoenix, and we clearly see that Phoenix still had some feelings for Iris. So basically, it kinda doesn't make sense that we don't see anything about her or hear about her in Apollo Justice. Mind you, I understand them not being in the game and how they do not need to be there yet anyway. But Iris is the kind of character who you don't expect to vanish from the face of the earth. Did she return to Hazakurain? Is she still in jail for being Godo's accomplice in Bridge to the Turnabout? Does Phoenix still regularly visit her? Does he still care about her? We need answers for this sort of thing. At least some clarification. Anyways, let's move on to Lana, who admittedly doesn't have a proper need to return. Her story was told in the Ethel 9 incident. There isn't more to be told. But why does he not get mentioned by Emma? Especially as some sort of Easter egg reference. Seriously, what became of her after Ashes? Now, I may have forgotten to talk about a certain character who hasn't returned after the case, where Phoenix lost his pad and never came in post-time skip, and only commenced in SOD once in the DLC, and never appearing in the post-time skip. Yeah, that's never talked about altogether. Oh yeah, I also forgot about the fact that lots of returning characters return in that other game that never get localized, that sequel to that game that never get localized. How we have plenty of reused characters coming back. Coming back here, that you don't even expect to come back. Yeah, that's also a topic for another video. Stay tuned to find out. So now, the age-old question. Should Ace Attorney stop forcing characters up our throats? Well, yes and no. In my opinion, I think we get characters returning. They should be a prominent role in the game, not butchered in terms of character writing. Else there's no need to throw a parade for them. It would be unnecessary otherwise. Look at what they did with Maya. They threw her a parade and her role wasn't prominent. She was useless. That her development flipped upside down. Yeah, It was unnecessary in the long run. The character that returned during the original trilogy didn't need an entire trailer dedicated to them for their well-earned return. So what do you guys think? Should they or should they not bring characters back into the series? Tell me in the comments down below. I hope you enjoy. Subscribe, give me existence. On the site some means so I cannot pay our assistance, so this is Human 664 5 signing out.